Okay,
for him.
well, what happened was Marion was exposing Kyle because I guess with Twitter, and then Kyle kept. I guess she didn't like that he kept spamming the chat, so that was another red flag, and it's just icing on the
What
cake.
was he? What was he saying in the chat? Did he just keep asking for the hats?
Yeah, and then his Twitter, he had a
But
fetish.
so fetish is a bad thing, I guess.
No,
Are we
no,
fetish shaming? No, I'm just
no,
asking in general. People that are freaking out because he has a fetish. I mean,
no.
I kind of figured that's what he was doing. I mean, come on.
No, she was calling him out because I guess people have been complaining about him.
Mm-hmm. Because he's kind of different. I don't know. I just don't think we should talk about people preying on people and being predators without proof.
Yes, I know he's on the spectrum a little bit. I know because I have it.
He's wanting pictures from people, and those people have no idea what they're getting into, and that is not right. Well, I mean, they could have asked him what since he's freely answering questions now, apparently.
No, Ash, trust me, he's a little off, but he knows what he's doing. He does know what he's doing.
He knows what he likes.
Yeah, that too. There's nothing wrong with it. Hey, if you like skirts and hats, that's on you. No judgment. No judgmental here.
I mean, you can't go around and parent everybody on YouTube and tell them, don't send those pictures, don't put your hat on for him. I mean, we're all adults here. All the women in this community are idiots that can't think for themselves. Is that what we're saying? They're vulnerable people here. So we need to do a PSA. Okay, everyone, it would appear Kyle has a fetish for hats and cigars, and he may offer to buy you a hat. He may ask you to put on a hat. Okay. He's been increasingly aggressive to you, so you started ignoring him. Well, if someone's being aggressive to you, I think you should just block them. He's not the only one with a fetish, but he's the only one pushing it on every female here. Well, he's not pushing on me. He's been emailing me, offering to buy me hats, and I just ignore it. I mean, if you don't like him asking you for a hat, just block him. It's not that hard. I'm not saying anybody's wrong with the way they feel. I just don't think that
they shouldn't go live about it. You mean?
Yeah, I just don't know why we need like a whole 2-hour live. I just don't know.
Oh, like you think they were exaggerating a little, like being dramatic?
I mean, yeah, she has a right. I'm not saying she doesn't have a right to go live, but I can disagree with anybody going live about it. I mean, whatever. If you think he's a predator, then just block him. But again, as somebody who was falsely accused of being a child predator and a predator, sorry if I just have more to say about it. The people that think he's people think he's harmless and they give him their info. Well, I don't know. I mean,
I didn't attack him.
I mean, those people probably, if they're that stupid and have that much of a judgment, they probably should get the hell off YouTube, and they should definitely leave this community. If you sent Kyle your information, you're an idiot, and you should leave this community because it's not a safe community in general.
No, that is
and Kyle's the least of my concerns. Sorry, I'm just not jumping on that predator bandwagon. And just because he might whack off to someone wearing a hat, I'm not blocking him from my chat. If you don't like him, just block him yourself. I'm not blocking him on my channel. Wow, what, BTS? Sorry. I mean, whatever. That's how I feel. Many didn't see Ted Bundy, so now we're comparing him to a serial killer. I'm sorry. Y'all are just a bit alarmist. Sorry if I'm not. Yeah, I think more people should think for themselves in the community. I think the people speaking out about him want him to be ostracized and kicked out of the community. That's my opinion. That's my feeling on the matter. I just think there's a lot of sheep around, and I think that we're assuming that a lot of people are stupid. But no, seriously, if somebody sent them their address so he could send them a hat, like, you need to get the hell out of the community. Like, you shouldn't be in this community. I just think it's interesting people are associating a fetish with being a serial killer. I mean, really. And it would seem to me, again, my opinion, it would seem to me that he thinks it's socially acceptable to go and repeatedly request these things. So you got to take that into consideration. Although I'd like to actually have Kyle up and ask him some questions. And since we know he's capable of answering them, if he doesn't answer them, then I probably would have a problem with that. Absolutely. But yeah, I think I would just really like to have him up on the panel and ask him about, his Twitter behavior and what he enjoys. And since we know he can answer, we've heard him speak and answer things. If he wouldn't be willing to answer that honestly, or even answer it at all, then yeah, I probably would have a problem with that. Although I will go along with something that Starlight said. I wonder, since we know that he can speak well and he can type, fine. I do wonder, before finding out about his Twitter, when she said that she wonders if he's not speaking and interacting with the panel in the chat because he doesn't want he says it's his mother to overhear him. Hello Starlight was shocking. Could have easily tipped a vulnerable person to commit suicide. I've never seen anything so disgusting. He was bashed nonstop. Okay, as you're saying that, Soul is being dramatic, but a lot of your statements are dramatic. You just compared him to Ted Bundy.
You're all dramatic and exaggerating.
Thank you, Mix Big. Don't bully Kyle. You all built him up, so don't be cruel. Did he do anything exactly as I missed it? Well, they think he's going to serial kill everybody, I guess. Yeah, the weakest links are the targets because he won't fight back for himself. So he's easy to attack. And there's going to be people who have been victims of whatever that are going to be, hyper aware of stuff, and I get that completely.
Okay, listen. So what's the plan here? What do you guys want to do? Do we just block them or what?
I think the whole community should go get their pitchforks and their torches and their matches. I think we should have a massive. I think Wendy, since she has the biggest platform probably in the community now, I think she should have a whole live stream and trash him and let her whole chat trash him. And then she can talk about how she teaches deaf people. What a freaking idiot.
God.
She teaches kids with hearing impairments. Why is she saying she teaches deaf people? She's an idiot. But yeah, she should do a live stream and warn everybody about him. That would be good. Let's attack the vulnerable. Now I'm being dramatic, Shell? Well, okay, I just thought that was what we were doing. I think some of y'all are being a bit alarmist about it. This really isn't a fair chat, being as most people in here haven't seen the screenshots. Screenshots of what?
BTO said it's not about the fetish. She told you that already.
It's not about a fetish. What is it about then? The screenshots that were shown. Wait, did we go real life on Kyle? Did we go real life on him and go into his Twitter? Why are we looking him up on Twitter? How many people are feeding that fetish openly? Well, I mean, I don't know. Oh, wait, Ash said there's actually a guy here who has a fetish and he gets along just fine. Oh, who is that? We need to bring attention to him since we're trashing people with fetishes. He gave his Twitter openly. Okay, that's good to know then. Okay. So he's not trying to hide it then. He's not trying to hide his fetish.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
I just wanted to come up and clear a few things up. One being that no one just spontaneously looked him up on Twitter. He's been communicating with people through DMs on Twitter and asking them for their addresses so he can send them stuff, yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it got out.
Well, they said he announced his Twitter on YouTube, so that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't looking him up.
Before I came up here, you were insinuating that we were just looking him up.
Yeah, because I didn't know that. I was like, why do we know about his Twitter? I didn't know he put it out there. So
you were asking.
Okay.
So that's cleared up. Did he offer his personal messages to be shown? Probably not.
I think Steph told him that she was going up to show him and ask him to come on panel, and he didn't want to come on panel.
What did his screenshots to her say?
I can't quote him verbatim. I can't look because I'm on my phone, but
I mean, what was the gist of them?
She asked him if he was on the spectrum, and he said no. And she told him that it wasn't cool that he just let people believe that something's wrong when it's not. And he said, well, don't be my friend anymore if you don't want to. I mean, that was pretty shitty. And I wanted to say that it's not about the fetish. Like, okay, so lots of people have fetishes. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the way that you let people believe things that aren't true. Like, so people are running around defending someone that they thought was deaf at first, and that wasn't true. That's shitty.
Who did that?
Kyle.
No, who
Before
was defending him, being that he was saying he was
lots
deaf?
of us are defending him against.
I didn't. I have no idea if he was. Well, he said he wasn't. He was speaking, so I thought that was early on. We determined he wasn't.
Well, I'm talking about like people bullying him, like Molly.
That
he's capably, he's fully aware of what he's doing. So there's a difference.
So he's like trolling us or something?
Pretty much.
Do you think it's normal, though, to repeatedly type in a chat and repeatedly ask a person a question over and over again?
No, there's definitely something wrong. There's definitely a problem. But there's also definitely something wrong with the school shooters and other people, too. And
oh, my gosh, now he's a school shooter.
No, I'm not. No, you're not listening to me.
He's a serial killing school shooter.
That's not what we're saying.
Okay. Go ahead.
Those people have things wrong with them, too. And, look, you got to call a spade a spade. Predatory behavior is predatory behavior, whether or not you have a disability or not. It has to be under control by some means, yeah. Can't just let it go.
So,
but I also see your side of the story.
What's predatory behavior by him?
Running around acting like that there's something wrong with you and you just like hats.
But
just so that women will cam up in a dress.
So you think he's acting? Okay, I see what you're saying. So you think he's acting like there's something wrong with him, and he wants people to feel sorry for him and give him what he wants to satisfy his fetish.
Makes you a predator when you pretend to be something you're not.
So we're saying he does have a disability, and then he's pretending to have a disability to use a disability to get what he wants. Mix Big says it doesn't make you a predator pretending to be someone else.
Well, you just have to have your own opinions and go with your own gut feeling. I mean, I have mine, you have yours.
He deleted his Twitter?
Yeah. It was so bad. So bad.
Yeah, I saw stuff from it. Why was it bad, though? Just because it was sexual stuff?
No, just the messages, like, asking people for... And I didn't send you that because that's somebody else. Just asking people for stuff. I don't know. I mean, listen, you guys can have... So it was bad
he was asking for stuff?
Well, personally, if a man was to message me and ask me for something, I would just hit the block button.
There you go.
I don't engage, okay? But there's vulnerable people. I don't know. Like,
maybe there's somebody out there perfect for him.
Well, maybe.
What's wrong with him trying to find that on YouTube?
YouTube is not a dating site.
Of course it is. I think he has a right to act the way that he's acted on here. Just like everybody else has the right to act like buffoons on here and do even worse stuff, more hurtful things than he's done. I'm not mad that you guys likened him to Ted Bundy and school shooters. I'm not mad at any... That's the thing is I'm not mad at anybody, but it all seems like all of you are mad at me for speaking my mind about it. Yeah, what if he hurts himself? Does anybody think how... Yeah, here's this guy... like.
What if I hurt myself? What if you hurt yourself? I mean, come on.
Oh, so now we don't care about taking care of each other. When it comes to Kyle,
no,
we don't care about taking care of him.
We're all getting stuff said to us. People are being mean to all of us every day on YouTube.
Okay, listen, tomorrow, let's not talk about Kyle, or let's just forget about it and just ignore him, block him. Let's just all move on.
Well, that's what the haters want us to do, though. Is that the right thing to do?
Because then it's going to cause problems. Because everybody's starting to fight now. There's conflict now.
Right. Because if we all don't think the same way, I don't know. I mean, we don't know what Kyle's going through. I mean, Kyle's a human being. What if he was your brother, or what if he was your son, and your son had this fixation that consumed his life, and he couldn't think about anything else but that all day long? Because it's very obvious that's all he thinks about all the time.
I would definitely be not having a computer in the house.
You think?
I think, yeah.
So he should be shut off from the world.
I wouldn't want my kid on here to go through what he's going through on here right now.
Right, because people are awful and judgmental.
From being on here.
You guys.
So you'd want to protect your son from being hated on for just having a fetish, basically. Okay, I just don't know what he's done wrong, though.